This is a book review of Frankenstein Alive Alive, the complete collection by Niles, Bernie Wrightson, Kelly Jones supplied the additional artwork because Bernie Wrightson sadly died before he finished this project. It's from IDW. Book came out in October 2018. It's about 110 pages, not really certain. There's no page numbers in it, even though weirdly there's some page number in the start there. I assume there was Frankenstein Alive 1, 2, 3 and 4 with comics. Don't know, I've never got them, so I have no idea about that. However, this obviously there's all the details of all the various people involved in the project. Nice quality artwork, mainly black and white throughout, and I'm just going to turn the pages because fortunately the sun is coming through now, which is great, but it does mean that it's a very shiny paper, so you probably can't see it. The artwork itself, I think, is superb. However, is it as good as the original? So this was one thing I'm going to point out. Complete collection, slightly disappointing because when I got it, I assumed it was going to be the story, the first story, as well as sort of the sequel. However, it's just a sequel. That's all you get. And you got this Frankenstein now is in a fairground. That's the initial part of the story. When he leaves and he goes off into the wilderness, he's worried whether he should exist or not, whether he's got a soul and all those sorts of things. And he even tries to kill himself. And that's as much as I want to say the story. I don't really want to go any further than that because it ruins it. You want to read the story. That's the initial thing. There's also an element of there's a scientist and that sort of thing. But because Dr. Frankenstein, of course, as well, is still there, haunting him, telling him various things, and he wonders about the meaning of existence, those sort of things. But you've got him, he's quite an intelligent guy. He actually goes off, he's reading in libraries, scaring lots of people, of course. Just glorious, lots and lots of nature. There's a lot of these dramatic scenes here, quite a few full page sort of dramatic shots there that's superb. But the panel structure is superb. Another full page one there again. Like I say, lots of nature, out in nature, the raw forces of nature that he's always facing. And it's scene after scene like that. He's virtually indestructible. He sort of gets swallowed up by the ice and those sort of things. A bit like Captain America kind of thing. Obviously frozen, and then the next story is obviously this. I just want one final bit of the artwork. You've got this guy, the scientist. He's got his house, and he's got a crocodile alligator stuck over it, just hanging over the ceiling. The sort of thing you normally do. Who would do that? However, glorious. You've got a real sort of that feeling of all the various. He's got all these skulls. He's got all the usual glasses there filled with various dubious things, all just stuff. But he obviously really. An oddball taste, not the sort of thing you want to. Must be hell on earth to completely clean that place. Lots of great scenes. There's a lovely one here with. Again, I'm not going to show that because just get the book. This is the best thing because this is just a glorious book. Totally. However, the book does change slightly and not in a terrible way because obviously Bernie Wrightson sadly died. Project was completed by Kelly Jones, and I love Kelly Jones' work, and this is. Still pretty amazing. Is it as good as the Bernie Wrightson? Possibly not, but still pretty impressive. Just a few odd scenes that I sort of looked at and thought, that's a bit confusingly done. And the story does slightly break down, I think it's at this point, for me, because it sort of introduces a character that suddenly I thought, what, who? However, it does serve a purpose for the plot. So there's also I love the artwork in this, and I can't show it without spoiling any of the story. So just have to say you've got the beautiful artwork, and then in the first part of the book, you've got here right at the start, you can see the pencil work there. So you've got the pencil work. So a lot of pencil work as well as I assume the inking because it's so or charcoal, whatever. It looks like inking, but it's certainly done brushwork. But later on, you've got beautiful, beautiful pencil work. The blue, you can see the blue going through. And it works, actually. It really works well. It's sort of been left over, and you can sort of think, now I don't know. I assume maybe that was Bernie Wrightson's work. He sketched that out. It's not explained particularly if the blue line was Bernie Wrightson. But still, it gives a bit of depth to the work that sort of probably would be lacking, maybe. But I really liked it, the blue. It doesn't ruin the story, seeing the blue pencil work. But what also you get in this, which is even better, that's why maybe blue pencil work was Kelley Jones, because you've got these thumbnails. And that's obviously Bernie Wrightson's work. He's obviously was working on it, he's got the story there at the side. So you've got some brilliant, beautiful thumbnails, and also some glorious artwork there as well. Just beautiful, beautiful work. And then all the way through to the end, Bernie Wrightson, 1948, 2017. So, Master the Macabre, rest in peace. So that's absolutely glorious final page there. Now that's not spoiling anything, that's not obviously the part of the story, but it's obviously Bernie Wrightson died, and sadly, of course, didn't finish completely this work, but still, this book is an absolute glorious gem, and it really makes me think, why don't they bring out the other one as well? I would love to see that, as well as some more Bernie Wrightson work in nice, proper, excellent editions. IDW would be brilliant. So I love this volume, absolutely. I'm really pleased I bought it, so it's totally recommended. I've turned the because of the sun again. This drop is very shiny as well.